welcome to week 44 of the 52-week art journal journey. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care through my simple form of art journaling. I have tried several iterations of this project, and I finally settled on what I think will be the final version for this video. And I'm trying filming everything live. Usually sound is an issue, but we're going to see how it goes. So we'll need your art journal and some masking tape or painter's tape. I have found that my blue tape peels off better than my regular masking tape, and I'm really looking forward to at some point trying some delicate surface tape. We are going to block our page off into grids. So this week's project involves both lines and paint. I'm going to go with my black Sharpie, and acrylic craft paints are ideal for this because we are drying the paint like we did for the cats several weeks ago. I forget which week. As I said, I've tried several different versions of this, and I think it was probably in the shower this morning when I thought, let's combine a bunch of these different things and try it, well, the way we're about to try it. I have gone with some autumn colors because it is indeed autumn. Though we have had some lovely mild weather this week. A lot of rain, but mild temperatures, which is great. So for the line making, my approach this time is going to be relatively simple. We'll make lines that pass through each box however you would like, but just once. Yeah, once works. And then we get out our credit card like plastic card. Mine's my old Subway card. I did finally invest in a catalyst wedge for some of my collaging with tissue paper, and I have to say that was a good choice, a good investment for me. So we will, as we do, spread some paint to drag our card through. I'm going to be using the short edge of our card this week so we can get more colors in and get your line of paint or drop and drag it down your page. So paper towel to wipe your card off with would be great. Fortunately, I had one here because I was not thoroughly thinking ahead because I have a lot on my mind and I'm trying to get a lot done in a small amount of time. So that's my reddish. I'll go for some orange. I think for this, I'll just do straight down stripes. A little overlap is nice because with the consistency of the craft paint, get a little bit of cool translucence going on. So I've mentioned before that fall is not my favorite, and why. I find winter incredibly hard, and autumn is its harbinger. You love autumn. Good for you. And if you struggle with it, as I do, we've got this. We are maybe not quite ready to take on winter, but we will get through it. I think I have suggested we journal about a change in seasons before. And I'm pretty sure we have also talked about difficult things that we have made it through in our lives. Sometimes we need a reminder that we've gotten through stuff and we've made it this far. Since I had some spaces in that line, I decided to drag up from the bottom. I'm not quite loving how my paint is playing out right now, but that's okay. Experiments are good. And are the only way we really learn. And as I often mention, our art journals are perfect for experimenting and expressing ourselves without fear of what others will think. Sometimes I may need to be a little bit gentler on myself for how things turn out, because I expect all of you to be gentle with yourselves about how your projects turn out. Give yourself grace. While this dries, you can take a look at some of the other iterations of this project from this week. And let's journal this week about giving ourselves grace in the artistic process. Has your approach to experimenting changed with the 52-week art journal journey? All right, let's see what we have. A kind of messy painting-ish. So as I'm looking, I was already thinking I maybe would have liked more lines. And maybe if I did this again, paint first. Because my original plan for painting was watercolor. So I wasn't translating what I had done so well with where I ended up going. So, again, the 52-week art journal journey is not only creative self-care, it's a learning process. And learning is very good for us. Yeah, my hands are a mess. I have quite a few projects going right now, including some small gift items with original art that I hope to get in my new online shop in time for holiday purchasing. Every day it gets later and later, and I'm working on some original art. I'm hoping a piece of which will be in an upcoming show. Hey, I can give you a sneaky peeky because it's drying right here. I call it time and memory. And what you may or may not be able to see is the words underneath. They are actually shreds from a copy of stories about my father's life. A lot when he was growing up and as an adult that he put together in a Storyworth collection. And this was just a copy I was editing from. So this iteration of the project idea I had for this week could be better, but let's see. Let's go ahead and darken up our marker line. Since I didn't add any designs, maybe going through the boxes one time isn't sufficient. That did cross my mind, but I still tried it this way. Whoops. Well, wobbly. As always. I'm a little wobbly. All right. So I think I need to run this one again. Let's see when my camera went back down. So here's this iteration of it. And you saw some others. I would love some feedback. What would you do differently than what I did? What do you do differently from what I've done? And what should I try next? This is growing on me, but it's definitely lacking something. I will be back next week with another small art and journaling prompt. In the meantime, enjoy creating some mini frames of artwork. You can also check out or revisit past prompts for more inspiration. If you decide to share any of your art journal journey art on Instagram, I would appreciate if you tagged me, Melinda Van Rye, or why do I keep getting that weird high-pitched thing going on in my words? I also have a newer Instagram, which will focus on creative self-care content. The new types of prompts will move into next year after the end of the 52 videos, prompts for the 52-week art journal journey. And we choose something a little new, as well as some of the interesting science behind the benefits of creativity and art making, and other things to encourage you to take time to make art, practice creative self-care in other ways. I will continue to post art inspiration on Melinda Van Rye, as well as the products I mentioned and original art and prints that will be for sale. Hope you enjoy this week's prompt and find the process for this project that works best for you. Thank you for the opportunity to remind you that taking time for art is not a waste of time. We are wired for creativity, made in the image of the Creator. When we are not taking time to exercise our creativity in ways that are meaningful to us and that we enjoy, we can't be as healthy as we could be otherwise. I spent years not making art because I believed that there were too many other more important things that I needed to be doing. I have found that art making is pretty darn important. Pretty darn important. Because mental health is important, and it's an amazing tool to help with my depression and also with anxiety. Make some art. I'd love to see it. If you'd like to share in a smaller, encouraging setting, there's a link in the description to sign up for emails from me. At this point, they are still weekly. They will probably reduce in number as we move into the new year. So I won't be spamming you. But you will also receive an invitation to join the private Art Journal Journey Facebook group, which will be evolving into Better with Art. Because we are. I know I am. And you are better with art.